to join in the party. Even though I'm far away and I would love to be in the studio, I said, well, I might as well join in the festivities. I've had my cake, I've put up the bunting and the balloons. So it's been a party for one here.
It's kind of sad in a way, but listen, we're here to share the party with you. I love your sparkly top as well. And let's chat about this collection as you take us through it. For people who've missed it, tell us all about this beautiful brand new collection.
Anyone who knows me and has seen from my blogs and my crafting, I'm into construction cards and 3D shapes, etc. And I wanted to come up with a concept that, like with flowers and things I've done before, kind of takes a couple of steps out of the process, so makes creating your cards faster. And that's where I came up with these sentiments. They're floating between the decorative design. They're all joined together in the die. So when you cut it, you have an all-in-one basically. And depending on the length that you cut this, the taller the dome. And with this dome, you know, with the curve, you could put decorative things behind it, maybe flowers, or even if you make it big enough, you can put a little bag of sweets or goodies. So the little card becomes like a little mini gift pouch, all in one as well. So some of the sentiments that I came up with are, you know, the staples like happy birthday and thinking of you, sending blessings and a thank you. So they're generic enough, but they're something that you will use all year round for all occasions, for all types of people, for friends, for loved ones, for young, for old. So it's a very versatile collection.
Yeah, it certainly is. And actually, I know we're going to look through the boards with you and some finished samples. The thing that I picked up on earlier on from watching Wake Up Call, I was presenting it. I was presenting and watching at the same time, was the fact that you can do so many things with these dies. And I love the fact that that sentiment, like you says, it almost has like that floating effect in the middle of the card. It's so cleverly designed. It
was tricky, you know, and you're obviously limited to the type of fonts that you can use, you know, to get an impact and get it sturdy and to be able to add your decorative elements to that. But on the whole, I think the concept turned out really well, and the feedback has been amazing from it since this morning. I was watching too.
Good stuff. Listen, 10% of the stock has already gone, so we know that people are already shopping for this. Should we have a look through the boards with you? I know you've got the boards there. Show us through the what we're going to get for our money.
Okay, so I'll show you the boards first, and then we'll go through some samples.
Yes.
So the first one we're going to look at is Happy Birthday. Okay, so in the package you're going to get your die. So when you get your die, the die itself has a cutout edge on that die. You can see that there. And that's what's going to cut into your cardstock and leave this negative space. And that's how you get your floating sentiment. You also get two stamps. All of these have an above and below anchor stamp. And they are designed and shaped into the die as well. So when you cut out, you stamp in the area and then you just colour it in. And that itself is a card. And that's how quick and easy and simple it is that you can make cards with these dies. So the next one then is sending blessings. It's not a phrase that you will see too often, but I think, you know, given the times that we're in at the moment, you know, just to let people know that you're thinking of them and that you're just wishing them well. So this is sending blessings. Again, it has the die and it has an anchor stamps, your above and below stamps. Don't forget, you can use these not only in the cutouts here, but also use it to create your backgrounds or to decorate the frames themselves. So there's lots that you can do with these. So that was sending blessings. Then we have thinking of you. This one has daffodils on it, and it has a little stitch design on this, and it has curved corners, so a little bit different from the other one. So use this for, you know, you could ink in it, you could thread your ribbon through it. It's quite substantial too, so you'll get a nice little cord through there as well. It has thinking of you and, as I said, your daffodil above and below. And then the last one in this set then is thank you. So this features rose design. It has a circular frame on this one. So in your collection of nesting dies, if you have, your other circular dies, and I know some of the Crafters Companion nesting dies work great with this. One, you can cut out, take a larger die around it, so you could make some curved cards, round cards as well. And with this, you thank you. There's a little heart detail in there, and your beautiful rose stamps. So that's the boards there, just to show you the 4. And I'm going to bring in some samples to show you some of the concepts that you can do with this. So this is what I mean by a curved card with the floating sentiment. So when you made, it's just a basic card shape, but you also cut out another blank piece of card as a base, but the top cutout on the front needs to be wider than the base card, and I'll explain all that when I'm doing the demo. But this one here is your daffodils. That's your thinking of you. Next we have happy birthday, and this is used in the stepper card. So as you can see, it creates a gorgeous window, put some acetate behind that, put our decorative papers, and so that's happy birthday, that one. And then why not make a shaker card? Look at that.
That's great.
So it's just creating your pocket, but also shadow die cutting as well. So not only do you cut out on the white card, pass it through again with a piece of coloured card, layer that over it, but look at this, using your Spectrum Noir inks and blenders. It's an amazing, make your own background papers for that, quite impactful. And then finally, we've got another curved card, but this has the curve, and I'm just going to turn up here, moved in. So you don't have to tuck behind all the time. You can always leave a seam at the sides, decorate that with your ribbon, add your acetate, and if you want, you could add a bottom to that, as I said, and pop a few little sweets in there, a couple of little chocolate bars for your friends, add your decorations, and that's just 4 examples of ways that you can use these dies, and I'll show you some other ways in the demos.
Absolutely brilliant. I tell you what, I mean, already you're getting the idea as to how versatile this collection is, and also how beautiful it is to use as well. I just love the fact that you've got that sort of creator card element with this, so that if you are kind of like brand new to card making, this is absolutely a collection for you. But if you're looking for a collection that you're going to be able to do so many different things with, then this collection also for you. Let's see who's joining the party here, and let's read some of the lovely comments already coming through. We've got Rachel and Susie, our social media superstars, with you all this afternoon. Kristen's in from Pennsylvania, and Shelley from Michigan. Joan's in, saying hello all from Chelmsford. Hi Joan. Cheryl Kay's in from North Carolina, and Pammy is in from Madison. Nefertiti says good morning, and Shelley is in from Florida. Lots of people loving the fact that we've got Sharon with us this afternoon. Shaddai says good morning, my friend Lord Ben. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, thanks very much. Very excited about today. Jennifer says, I love the Sharon Callis designs. And Patty says, good morning from California. You're a fan when it's much warmer in bed, but you still get to watch on the big TV. Lee saying, another day of great bargains. Lots of people chatting about the giveaway that we're doing as well. Leah saying, another beautiful collection. Fabulous, says Jules. Look at these. Lots of love for Sharon's craft room as well. Lovely craft room. So organised, says Mary Jo. I know the secret behind that now, though, you see. Doing so many craft houses and Monday Makers with you guys, I always comment on how tidy everyone's craft room looks, but we never get to see the other side of the camera, though, do we? The other side. Not saying that Sharon's craft room, we'll ask her in a minute. She's pulling faces. I can see her on my screen there. She's pulling faces. Shaddai says, hi Sharon, this is a superb collection. I love it and cannot wait for it. Deborah said, you look fabulous, Sharon. And Bubble and Squeak on YouTube saying, the CC team are wonderful. Such great ideas and they make it happen. Lots of words coming through like versatility, beautiful, unique, and that's the kind of thing that you're going to get with this collection as well. Over 10% of the launch day stock has already gone. It's the Heartfelt Greetings collection. I absolutely love it. As I say, what mesmerizes me is the fact that you've got that beautiful sentiment in the middle. Almost looks like it's floating there, but then I love the fact that either side of the sentiment, top and bottom of it, you've got the ability to stamp in, whether it be the daffodil, whether it be the butterflies, whether it be the presents. There's so much to love about this particular collection, and at a fraction of the price today as well. So make sure you jump in and grab it. Right, keep those comments coming through. By the way, if there's anything that you want to ask Sharon as well, now is a good time to do it. We'll get those questions thrown over to Sharon over the course of the show as well, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Get those questions in, and we will pass them on to Sharon through the show. We're getting ready for the first demo. I just want to ask you, Sharon, is your craft room as tidy the other side of the camera, or have you tidied up specially?
It is literally floor to ceiling wall of plastic boxes,
yes,
full of samples and papers. If one moves, they're all coming down on top of me.
So if you disappear at any point,
yeah,
we know what's happened.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's get cracking anyway. I can't wait to see this in action. Which are you going to be working with?
I'm going to work with the thank you. So what I'll do is I'm going to take you through the steps for the basic concept. So this is going to be a simple card, but just to show you how to get the curve and how you can adapt that to make it into whatever size you want yourself. So what we'll do then is we're going to start really simply, is your base card. So what I've done is I have just got some of the stamping cards, made a card blank, and it's 6 by 6. But I've also got more card and cut just a plain piece of card. Same size, that will go over the top. This is my anchor for the curve, so I'm going to put that to the side for the moment. So what I want to do then for my curve is I want to ensure that when I cut out my cardstock to go over the top, that it's wider. And what I'm starting with is, because it's a 6 by 6, I recommend you go 1.5 inches either side, but keep the same height. Simplest way to do that is just get another piece of cardstock and your pencil, and then place your cardstock just down to the edge here, draw a line here, and then we're going to chop that off, and that will give us our blank to work with. So that's just the easiest way to do it. So once we have our blank to work with, I'm going to get my score master in here. So get your scoreboard, and I'm going to use it on the inch side. Now, what I'm going to do then is, so my card is 6 by 6. I'm going with the top measurements, right? So my card is 6 by 6, just a little bit under, but we won't argue about that one. So it's 6 by 6. So I reckon I need 1.5 inches on either side. So I'm going to come in 1.5 inches, just under the 1.5 inches, and then it'll leave me the 1.5 inches on the other side. And I'm going to line up my cardstock underneath, and I'm going to come in a quarter of an inch here and score down, and a quarter of an inch here, and I'm going to score down as well. So when I carve that, I'm actually going to burnish that back just to show you. So these are our anchor points for when you make your curve. So when I get my 6 by 6 card and put it here, and then I do that, you can see we have our curve. So if you're making a 7 inches across, or you're making it 8 inches across, just go an extra 1.5 inches, 2 inches on either side to get your curve.
Okay.
So I would recommend though that if you are making a small card, to be careful about the stamping. You don't want it to go over. So what I'm going to do is put away my card base, and we're now going to work with the curved overlay. I'm going to get my die, and we're going to cut first, and I'm going to do this by eye, and I'm not wearing my glasses, so this will be interesting. So I'm going to center it, but I want to make sure that I have enough room for stamping.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take one of the stamps here, and it's probably easier I just put it over this way, but remember not to cut it that way, and just make sure that I have enough room. You see where the stamp is protruding over?
Oh, yes.
I have enough room on either end. I'll just double check with the other one. And pop that one in there. Pop it around. Like I said, just play around with them and they'll fit in. So I have got plenty of room, because you don't want to cut your card out and then realise that, oh, I can't stamp on it, it's too short. So I recommend 6 inches would be the shortest that I go. I wouldn't go any shorter than that. And that's for all of them. Right, so I'm going to line this up in the centre and I'm going to stick it in place with the low tack tape. Because the centre point is being cut out, it doesn't matter that the tape is on it. When I take it away, it won't rip it. Don't put tape on the outside because you'll damage your card. So I'm going to pop that through the Gemini, and we are going to then move on to the stamping.
Lots of lovely messages coming through already, by the way.
Are you there?
Plenty of lovely comments coming through, which I will put to you in just a few moments' time. Just one question which keeps coming back and forth. Which machines can we put these through? Will it go through the Junior, these dies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will go through the Junior. The reason I'm using the large Gemini is just I have it set up here.
Okay.
So that's the reason that I'm using it today. And also, if you want to make like an 8x8 card and cut an aperture or make a box, I would recommend that you use the larger Gemini, you know, for your box top, anything square.
Yes. Becky's just asked as well, can you ask Sharon what the size of the centre of this die is?
Right, I'm going to put this die down on my craft mat here, okay? So if we're going to go in centimetres, it's 12.5 by 12.5.
Yes, brilliant, thank you.
Centimetres. So we just take away then all the wastage from it, take a little tap, and then you see how quickly everything just falls out.
Yeah.
So now we have our base card, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to stamp on this, so I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. You don't have to use the stamping platform, but I like it for alignment. So I'm going to just pop that down. I'm going to put the magnets as near to the centre as I can get them. And then I'm going to get my stamps and line them up on the die cut.
I love the fact that the light that is obviously above your head is shining into the centre of your die cut there. It looks like, look at it, it looks brilliant. It's almost like you planned that, Sharon, I love it.
Oh, I did totally plan that.
I thought it was planned.
Sure that would happen. Oh, good. Right, so I have them lined up. It's probably easier if you stand up and put your head over it, but I don't think anyone wants to see the top of my head today. Right, so that's on the stamp platform, and I'm just going to pop this over and just pick them up like that. And it also means as well that if I miss a bit with the inking, I can go back. Now I'll tilt this sideways so we can get rid of the halo. Now I'm going to use the Harmony, the quick dry in the black. And yeah. I love this for stamping because it doesn't take any pressure. I can just drop that pad on that. And when I take it up, look, if there's ink on it. That's how juicy these pads are. So very delicately, you can just dab your stamp. That's all it takes. And then I flip it over, make sure I have it rotated the right way. Pop it down, and then just stamp.
And I guess when you're using the stamping platform, less is more, isn't it? Because you can always go back in if you need to.
Exactly, yeah. Just go back. Yeah, so you can just go back. So that's really the basis of your card. So what you want to do then is you want to colour that in with your Spectrum Noir pens, and that's what I did earlier on. So I've coloured in the roses, but what I did also was I put this die back through the Gemini, and all I had was a little piece of card just in the centre, ran that through and clipped off any of the top and bottom of the flowers, and it gave me a sentiment.
Yeah.
So you can use the sentiment on its own if you just want to clip it out. So that I just put a bit of the dotty tape pen on the rear and I stuck it over the white thank you. So that is the front of our card. So we're going to go back now and we're going to get the blank card we made earlier and our actual card blank itself. So on the blank card, this is going to be our background. So I'm going to cover that with some cardstock here. And that's actually from, I'll tell you the pad that's from because it's an amazing pad. That is from the Everyday Delights. That's on the website. So that's the 8x8 pad, the Everyday Delights. Right, so stick this down. So just going to grab my tape pen. I'm going to fix that in place. Now you could, if you want, put this paper through an embossing folder, put a photo in it, add your textured paste to it, anything at all in the background with that, but I'm going to leave it plain. But what I want to do is I'm going to join this side underneath the base. So get my tape pen, run that down, and I'm going to line them up and press that down.
Okay.
And that will give me a hinge. Now you could use, that would just make a card on its own as well, so that's another way you could use it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to join it to the other side. But before I do, I actually want to put some flowers in the center here. They'll be behind the dome. You could do it before or after, but I think to protect the petals, put them in before. So I've done 3, and this is the rose from the Flower Fairies that's also on the show.
Yes.
Just made up 3 little roses, and I'm going to use a little bit of 3D gel. You could use your hot glue as well. And I'm just going to pop them in. Put them in here. And one here. So they'll form our center. And then we're going to go over here. And then on the far edge, I'm going to put more of the tape. And then carefully lifting this up, bring it over, match it up, and then press it over the edge.
That's brilliant.
Look down a little bit. And that's how you have your dome. And you can see that in the background, you've got your flowers.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
They're floating in there. And I'll just bring it up this way and you can see how much of a gap is actually there. So you could actually have taller flowers in it. And then to finish off, all we're going to do is we're going to get our card base. And I'm going to add some of the tape pen to that. And then line our card. Make sure it's facing the right way, not upside down.
An Australian card.
So edge to edge. Yes. And then just going to go inside with my fingers. And then, yep, I did it back to front, but I I get it wrong. But there, that's how you have your card base.
I love it.
And that's just a quick and simple carved card.
Yeah.
And that's the basic concept for that. So as I said, if you want a deeper curve, you just go wider.
Just a quick question as well from Karen, who says, did you say you can cut out the red rose from card or paper, glue it onto the white and then the leaves and then stamp on top for those who struggle colouring? Would this work?
Yeah, do paper piecing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can fussy cut around. You can make them separate as toppers as well. I mean, use your gilding waxes or pattern papers, anything at all. You know, I love my stamping and I love my colouring. So for this demo, that's what I did.
And a question from Donna on YouTube who says, how would you mail a dome card?
You would need to make a box for this. Now, I would get out my Ultimate Pro and I would start making boxes. So it's a 6x6, but depending on the height of the curve, then you can calculate the height of the box itself.
Yeah. Really good stuff. Great questions. Keep those coming in. You may as well ask Sharon while she's here. And boy, oh boy, how great was that for a first demonstration, showing you again just how simple it is to work with this collection. I love how all of the bits and pieces come together perfectly. And let's just read some of your comments coming through. Mary Kay Noll on Facebook says, wow, I love the way Sharon is organised with all those baskets behind her. Mary Kay, by the way, you won my card on my Facebook page. Send me an email and I'll send it out to you. Well done to you. Cyrus is just saying, what a versatile collection. Very exciting collection, says Our Little Sandbox. And Leah on Facebook, getting excited about this collection. And also the fact that it's Leah's 53rd. Well, many happy returns, Leah, from all of us here at Crafters TV. Evelyn saying these look beautiful, and saying the daffodils one is my favourite. So many possibilities, says Sharon. These are the comments coming through. Love the shaker card that Sharon showed earlier, says Marilyn. And lots of you saying that this has jumped into your basket as well. Sharon is so fun to watch, so very talented, says Cyrissa. And Leah saying, looking forward to all of the demos. Love the Heartfelt Greetings collection, something different and unique. Loving the concept. And Patty says, I knew as soon as I saw this collection, I had to have it. So unique. JK says, another gorgeous collection from Sharon, jumping into my cart as well. It's worthwhile grabbing it now whilst you, hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. It is time to do a craft countdown. If you've not seen one of these before, then, well, it basically means you've got 20 minutes to grab yourself whatever deals that I've got for you under the counter. You've got 20 minutes, all while stocks last, and basically the deals will go back to what they should be after 20 minutes. Let's start with your tote, right? Because the lowest tote is coming to you in this craft countdown, saving 35%. Look at the price. £11, 4 pence, or $14.29. If you're platinum, you get another 20% off this as well. It comes down to £8.83 or $11.43. It's really lovely, is this. You've got those reinforced carry handles. You've got the 2 exterior pockets as well. On top of that, this is the bigger bag, so this is going to hold like all of your 12 by 12 supplies too. Folds flat for storage, of course, as well, which is super handy. But if you're looking for like an all-action tote bag that's going to be able to carry so many of your bigger paper pads, your bigger items, your bigger tools, then this is an absolute must. Love the fact that we've done it in the purple for your craft countdown as well. £8.83 platinum or $11.43 only for another 18 minutes. Next up, we've also got a Sharon Callis embossing folder from the Sweet Succulents collection. Right, are you joking me? 30% off here. This was already at an unbelievable price at $3.99 or $7.95. Sharon's fallen off a chair because we're doing this today for £2.79 or $5.56. Platinum price is another 20% off. Don't even think about this. Pop it in your basket. It's at that price for the next 18 minutes when the price will go back to where it should be. Next up, if you are loving the idea of making beautiful flowers, what about getting some flower forming foam? This is your spring Hues collection. There are 12 sheets of foam in here. There's not 12 sheets here because whoever's been using this last has used the majority of them, but you've got all of the colours down the side here. If you love to make your flowers out of your foam, this is a great collection today. It's a 40% saving and its platinum price of £4.79 or $6.22 only for the next 17 minutes. Got to be worth popping into your basket. One of my buys of this craft countdown is this next item. It is a half price deal on your pop-up box base die. If you've ever wanted to make those really cool sort of dimensional pop-up boxes, then this is the worker die, the die that's going to be able to do that for you. You know, if you've got things like your cute characters, if you've got things like your penny slider characters, all of those characters you're going to be able to use in conjunction with this and build up your own scenes as well. This is the base die right here at a half price deal. Normally £25 or $40 for the next 17 minutes. It's yours for for just £12.49 or $19.97. Platinum price under £10, under $16, but grab it whilst it is at that price. And last but by no means least, this is producer Georgina's pick. Do you know what? Normally would be mine because I love the Nitwit collections, but oh yeah, scrap that then. This probably is mine now. Look at the price. Are you joking me? 70% saving on the Positivity collection, 12 by 12 pad, 36 sheets you're going to get here in total. You're paying platinum £3.59. That's almost insulting, isn't it? $4.06. Take a look at this beautiful double-sided paper. Do you know what I love on the reverse? You probably can't see this, but on the reverse block colours, there's paw prints right throughout, which I just think is absolutely beautiful. But do you know what? This is such a lovely collection. I love the hues. I love the colours. And as I say, I love the fact that you've got those really cutesy little paw prints on the reverse. You've got some block patterns in here, beautiful florals as well, some absolutely gorgeous designs. If you love your pets, whether it's cats or your dogs, I mean, that is a paper just to absolutely melt your heart, isn't it? I cannot believe we're doing this paper pad for you at that price. That's why we can only do it for 15 minutes, because seriously, that's not a price that we can hold for any longer than that. £3.59, buy it once, twice, thrice, maybe 4 times over. That's a bargain. $4.06 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're platinum. That is your craft countdown. I'll keep reminding you of how long you've got to grab, and maybe we'll do another quick refresh. But 15 minutes remaining on that. Go, go, go. Also as well, go, go, go as far as our Heartfelt Greetings collection is concerned, because 20% of the stock has gone. This is proving very, very popular indeed. I am not surprised. So many of you are just describing this as unique. So many of you loving the versatility with this as well. So many of you loving how beautiful the designs are. Loads of you chatting about how you love the greetings that you're going to get in there as well. So usable. And actually, you've only seen like one quick brief demo as to how you can use these collections. And wasn't that an amazing demo to get you started, to whet the appetite? But as you're going to see over the course of the next hour and 20 minutes, there's so many more things that you can do with this collection. Chatting to Sharon before the show, I know she's got up to 6 demos lined up. It'd be a miracle if we get them all in, but we're going to try, because that's the kind of team we are. Right, let's get back over to Sharon in her craft room and get cracking with the next demo. It must be lovely for you, Sharon, to know that this is flying out the door and people are really, really loving this collection.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm absolutely thrilled. And I just want to thank everybody, because between Crafters TV socials and my own socials and everything,
Sharon, sorry, it was like you were doing the best ventriloquist dummy out there for a second, because you were talking but you weren't moving. She's back now. That's a great pie trick. Sorry. Sorry, you were saying.
It's probably here. We are having the worst weather in weeks here today at the moment, and there's wind, there's rain, there's thunder. But it's Ireland. What do you expect, you know?
Good old Irish weather.
Good old Irish weather there for you.
Let's get cracking with the second demo. What are you going to show us, and which one of the sets are you going to use? Right,
I'm going to use Sending Blessings, and we're going to make a stepper card, just to show you how you could do a card with an aperture in it, and it's flat. So again, it's just another way to use it. And because I'm a feather brain and numbers don't compute, I pre-plan my card, and I'll put this on my socials later on and the website if anybody wants to download the template. But it's a very basic stepper card template using an A4 sheet. So the basics of this basically are A4 sheet. You're going to go 15 centimeters up, and that's your center, because it's 15 centimeters that way as well. And you're going to come in 3 centimeters either side. So you're going to draw a line. So 3 centimeters above that is your next line.
Yep.
And then down here, then it's 2.5 centimeters from the bottom. You draw a line and go up 3 centimeters again and draw another line. So it's basically halfway up your card, 3 centimeters in, and you score and draw. So I'll put that pattern up on my socials later on if anybody would like my masterpiece.
That's very
So I've gone
handy.
ahead and I've drawn it out on my cardstock. But the only cut lines that you put in this are the seams down the side. The rest are score lines. So I'm going to get, once again, I'm going to get my scoreboard, turn it over, and this is where we're going to score. Now, the center fold here, that's going to be a mountain fold. So that's like a teepee, it's going down this way. The two side ones are also that way. So I'm just going to score along my pencil lines. Just follow along.
Okay.
And then we're going to go down. So it's 2.5 centimetres to the first one, 3 centimetres to the next one. 2.5 centimetres to the first one, and from there it's 3 centimetres to that one. So that's all the scoring that you have to do on that. So we're going to start to fold this. I'm going to start in the middle. So push it up in the middle, and that pushes out.
Okay.
Don't over crease at the moment, because you need to come down the side, and where the first crease is, bend that. So that comes a mountain fold, but the one behind it becomes a valley fold. And that's how you get the stepper. So same on the other side. First one is a mountain fold. The second one is a valley fold. And that's how you get a quick stepper, like that. But I need to flatten that out again, because this is the area where I'm going to use the dye. So this is why I haven't burnished any of the edges. It was just mainly to just get the creases in before I run this through the Gemini. And this is why I'm using the larger Gemini as well, because this is a full A4 sheet. So in the center here, this is where we're going to cut our dye out. And again, placing that in the center, you know, I'm just laying the stamps over just to ensure I have enough space, top and bottom, for stamping. And if not, then I just move them around. It'd be handy if I put them on the right end, wouldn't it? So the first one is there, and the second one goes up here. So I'm just going to move it up. You see there, if I had not done that, I would have ended up stamping over the bottom. So I'm just lining it up like that. So I'm happy with that there. And then I'm going to use my double-sided tape to hold this in place. So take away the stamps, and then tape down your die on both sides to stop it swiveling and moving. So we're going to put this now through the Gemini.
Okay.
So just don't do what I nearly did there. Check that your mat is clear of any debris, or that will just get pushed into your card and you'll end up with lumps and bumps and indentations. So, right, we'll put that through.
Just to say as well, whilst you're just running that through, slight faux pas on our part as far as the pad is concerned for the crafty countdown. It's actually this one that you're going to be getting in the crafty countdown, the card pad, as opposed to the pattern paper pad. Few of you picked up on that. Lots of you saying, how can I get my hands on these limited time deals? They're on the website for you. The prices just get knocked down to that low price just for this time period. So for the next 7 minutes, 50 seconds, this is the card pad though that you are going to be getting. I mean, equally as beautiful, but you're going to get the cardstock in that gorgeous colour palette as opposed to the patterned paper. 250 GSM, that is the pad that you're going to get. Still, whichever way you look at it, a ridiculous price, £3.59 or $4.06. Lots of you already telling me that you have popped at least one. Actually, loads of you saying you popped all of them into your basket. If you want to get those, 7 minutes left. We will do a quick recap in just a few moments' time. But back to Sharon. Sorry for interrupting. Sorry.
Problem at all. We're going to use our stamping platform now again. And one question that someone had asked me before is, because of the feet on the stamping platform having to sit in holes, if you go over the edge, will it do any damage? And the answer is no. Because they're sprung feet, it won't leave an indentation here, and I'll show you. So I'm going to just use my magnets again to hold that down as close to the center, but ensuring that I don't cover where I'm stamping. And then we're going to line up our stamps again. So line that one up, the top one, and then we line the bottom one up.
I think if you haven't got a stamping platform of sorts, you absolutely need one to get the very best out of this collection, I think. I highly recommend. I mean, I cannot live without this piece of kit now. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to put the platform on, and if you keep an eye on that top foot there, right, so I'm pressing down, doesn't impede, still goes the whole way down, but doesn't mark your paper because it's sprung, it'll go back. So absolutely, you can just have your paper hanging over the edges and it won't do it any harm whatsoever, leave any marks. So we add our ink. Okay, now I'm using the quick dry Harmony black dye ink. So flip that over, sure it's facing the right way. And then we're going to just press it down. And then check it. Yeah, happy with that. If not, it's very easy. You just go back over. There'll still be ink on the pad and you just go again. Perfect.
Okay. So that's our stamping done. Okay, so that's the basis for our card. So we go ahead then and we colour in our butterflies. That's what I did earlier on. I coloured in the butterflies there with my tri-blends. And now we can go ahead and we can burnish our creases. So again, we start in the middle, push up the top one. The two side ones will automatically go down, so they're mountain fold. So it's a mountain fold the whole way across the top. Then you go to your bottom, the first one, or the bottom of the card, I should say. So we have a mountain fold and we have a valley fold. And you can see there that it doesn't protrude away from the base of the card. So again, mountain fold on the other side and a valley fold. And then I'm going to put it down on my pad. And then I'm going to get a burnishing tool. And I'm just going to give the edges a hard creasing. So there, and then bring it around. Because that will help it stand up as well. If you give it a sharp crease, it does help with it standing up. So that's our standing card. So now we just have to decorate it.
Fantastic.
Add a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to start with the inside of this card because it is pretty, but it does need something on the inside. So I've taken some of the polka dot paper, and that is from the Spring Fever paper pad. So I'm going to just put that in the center. I'll just grab my tape pen. See, I've had to cut out the top. Sorry, Ben.
So as I said, just whilst you're taping that, I just wanted to very quickly, super duper quickly, remind everybody you've got 3 minutes left on our craft countdown. Loads of you loving this one. Let's just quickly rattle through these items that you've got, and then we'll get straight back to Sharon. Basically, you've got 3 minutes left to grab these deals at this price. First one, phenomenal. The lowest tote in the purple. Loads of you on the socials saying you've been looking to get this particular tote, loving the colours, loving the fact you've got such a sizable crafty bag, great for putting your bigger items in, great for carrying your 12 by 12s in, and also great for putting in all of your other buddy bags as well. It's great for that. £8.83 or $11.43 platinum, but you've got to get that in the next 2 minutes. It's going to go back to its normal price if you don't. Next up, we've got the succulents, Sharon Callis succulents embossing folder. This one is your Geo Wire Trellis. Again, look at the price, nonsense. If you had no budget today, stick your hand down the back of the sofa, grab yourself out £2.23. It will be there, or $4.45. That is the platinum price on that embossing folder, but only for the next 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Also, flower forming foam. This is the Spring Hues collection. 12 different colours you've got available for you there. there. All the colours that you're going to get in this collection just down the side here for you. £4.79 is the platinum price, or $6.22, saving 40% for the next minute 50 seconds. These are all on the website, by the way. For those of you wondering how you get them, just check the website. The prices have been lowered for the next minute 46. This is one of the best deals until I saw the price of that Knitweed pad. The box die for your pop-up box, or the base die I should say. This is going to allow you to create very, very simply this really cool pop-up card effect. I'm sure you'll have loads of items that you can decorate that with. I think this is great for your characters, great for things if you've got your little characters from your penny sliders, your character tags, those kind of things to decorate these boxes up. Amazing. £9.99 on $15.98 platinum. That is a half price deal for the next minute. And the other item, of course, bonkers, the Positivity card pad, 12 by 12, 36 sheets in total here, 250 GSM, really lovely colour palette, and the price is ridiculous. You're saving £10.50 or $11.87 plus another 20% if you're platinum. That is £3.59 or $4.06 if you're shopping with us in the US. All double points as well. You have got 40 seconds remaining to get those deals in. So many of you chatting about that lowest tote. So many of you chatting about the box die, and actually lots of comments about the Knitwit too. I think it's one of those craft countdowns where you actually need to just jump in and grab everything, get it all into your lowest tote, which you're going to get, and take advantage of these deals. 20 seconds remaining. Don't delay on these. If you've got them in your basket, that's fine. Obviously, you can check out. But do not miss out. Final 10 seconds then. Big voice countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I tell you what. I think the weather here is putting gremlins in our system as well. Never mind the weather in Ireland. Seriously, what was going on there? It's all of the excitement, I think, with the craft countdown. We'll go back to Sharon in just a few moments' time. Looks like the weather's taking the toll on our Zoom feed as well currently. Yes, for those of you, we'll go back to Sharon in a second, who's making that card. That template Sharon will put up on her Facebook page. If you search for Sharon Callis Crafts on Facebook, you'll be able to see that later on. Mary Kay just saying, so glad to have such great instructions on making stepper cards. Thank you, Sharon. Jennifer said, just made my first order of the day, getting some of those special buys. Yes, and couldn't resist the craft countdown, Joy. I think you were saying things just jumped into my basket, all a must have. Such great deals. Sue just saying, I love this card, Sharon. It is just beautiful. And Joanne Duddy on YouTube, ooh, I got my first craft countdown deals. Had to get another tote. I love the one I have, so I had to get another at that price. What a steal. Well done if you took advantage of the craft countdown. But let us get back to Sharon, who is making that beautiful stepper card. Timothy's just said about the measurements, Sharon, but just to reiterate, for people who want to see the measurements, you're going to put it up on your Facebook page later, aren't you?
Yes, I'll put it on the Sharon Callis Crafts Facebook page.
Excellent news. Right, I think when we left you before, you were just decorating up the card.
I was. The next step in the stepper card. I worked all week on that one.
I liked it, it's good.
Okay, so the center sentiment there, the sending blessings, I'm actually going to overlay that like I mentioned earlier on. So I've taken a piece of the Spring Fever solids and I've just added a little bit of inking to that, put a bit of adhesive behind it, and we're just going to overlay. Okay.
Oh, we've lost Sharon again. Well, seriously, it's one of those days, I think, as far as it's like the weather and stuff, isn't it? And the wind and the rain affecting the connection. But we'll get Sharon back. In fact, I think we can. Yeah, we can go back now. We can go back. There we go. Terrible old Wi-Fi in it at times. I get that around my house sometimes, especially when my son's playing.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be a thing of the past when I can make it to the studio in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
it'd be amazing.
Right. So that's just very simple. You just make an overlay on your card with that. And then we just decorate the sides. So I've used the Spring Fever solids and the pattern paper for my decorative pieces. So you just measure the pieces for the sides, and just quite simply, it's just a matter of adding them in.
Lots of people saying that they jumped in and grabbed this collection. Stephen just said, I just had to have the new Heartfelt collection. Going to be amazing with the Fairy die collection. Cannot wait to create with these dies. Again, just while you're piecing this together, Sharon, I think it's always interesting to sort of chat to you about this for people who don't know. I mean, how do you go about sort of designing these brand new ranges? Do you, I don't know, do you sit down and say, right, I'm going to design something now, or does a flash of inspiration come to you in the most random of places? How does it work for you?
I carry a notebook with me everywhere.
Yeah.
And I could be out for something to eat in the park or somewhere, you know, so I might get an idea either from flowers or nature, or if it's with construction, it could be that I'm in my craft room and I'm creating or, you know, making something and I'm thinking, oh, this is a bit of a faff.
Yeah.
Is there a simpler way of doing it? Or what's missing? What would, if I could walk into a shop now and buy something, what would I buy right now?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I work from. Like, I've been crafting, I'm not going to say how long because it's embarrassing. A long time.
Not that long, surely.
Long.
Oh, long.
Long time. So I've seen trends come and go, but I like to think that there's still a lot more there that can be discovered and created, and I just like to be different.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, let's have a look at this finished card. Here it comes. That is stunning. Again,
so you can see you've got your aperture in the back. Now you could put acetate on that if you wanted, but I'm going to leave it blank.
I absolutely love it.
That's your basic stepper.
Brilliant. It's the second of, well, many ways that you'll be able to use this collection. It's brand new today. All right, I'll shut up. I was about to say 20% of the stock has gone. A third of the stock has now gone. We are super busy on this collection. So many of you telling me that you popped it into your basket. Collection is fabulous, says Pauline. I've been looking forward to this launch. Jules saying, when Crafters Companion do bargains, they do real bargains. And Carol Fish is just saying, what a wonderful week this is. It certainly is. Can I just say as well, I think it's Aisha's birthday today, who commented earlier on. A little birdie tells me, Aisha, it's your birthday, so happy birthday. And also a very happy birthday to Gwen, who messaged me earlier on as well. Gwen Terry, if you're watching, happy birthday to you guys as well. Brand new collection, as I say, grab it today, $35.98 or $40.68 is your platinum price. You're going to get double points on that as well, just as you're having a look through all of the different designs that you've got. Thinking of you, you've got sending blessings, which I really love, really, really different sentiments. You've got your happy birthday and thank you. I think the happy birthday might be my favourite. I mean, obviously a sentiment that you're going to use day in, day out, but I love the fact that you've got the balloon and the cake stamp in there as well, which I just think is absolutely wonderful. And how it all ties together, I just think is great. Right, we've got loads of other goodies for you on the show as well. We've got your classic collection. 48 of these you're going to get in total. And these ones are your dual tip markers, alcohol base, of course. And these are absolutely brilliant for the fact that you've got the double-ended design with these. One end you've got your fine tip, so great for doing your sort of more intricate colouring if you like, and then you've got on the other end you've got that chisel nib as well, so you've got a great kind of combination for doing your intricate detailing, and then for more of your bold strokes as well, you've got that chisel nib on the reverse. And what I love, again, with this collection is you're going to get a whole host of different colours. So you've got your basics, first of all, which kind of covers your red, your poppy, you've got your orange and your yellows and your greens and blues and purples. You've then got all of these included, don't forget, your hues. So this goes through your cocktail pink, your amber and gold. You've got the green in there, the beautiful Caribbean and your amethyst. Then you've got your more sort of pastels, I suppose, your tints, in fact, these are called. Blossom and your suntan, do one of those. Moonlight, pale citrus, duck egg and lavender. Yeah, Producer Georgina says I'll never get one of those. I have to be very careful when I try and get a suntan. I have to do it over the course of about 2 or 3 weeks, whereas my wife can just sort of lie in the sun and within 24 hours she looks like a different person. You've then got your tones. So this is your blue. You've got your wisteria in there. You've got your dusty purples and your sort of pink lace, your vintage pink. Portrait, again, particularly great if you love to do sort of your skin tones. This is absolutely perfect because you've got in there your cream, you've got your ivory, you've got that natural brown in there as well. So a really, really great collection for all sorts of different projects. Maybe you got your hands on the calendar that we did a couple of days ago and you're looking for a collection to get going with that. This would be perfect. This one here is your earth. So again, things like your khaki in here. You've got your petrol blue, that beautiful moss green in there too. Then come your essentials. Which is your ice grey 2, your ice grey 6, you've got your muted brown, you've got your blender in there as well, which is super, super handy, plus your true black and your mocha. And then lastly is the neutral, so your greys in here, your green grey, your brown grey, you've got your green grey 3, green grey 1, blue grey 1, blue grey 2, and brown grey 6 included in there as well. That's a fantastic deal. It's going to be with us for £41.55 platinum or $62.19, and of course double points on all of those as well. More from our Spectrum Noir range too, and if you'd like to add a bit of sparkle to your projects, then this is the collection that you certainly want to jump in and go for. Again, these are just brilliant. As I say, for adding that sparkle, for adding that glitter, but the fact, of course, that these are water-based as well. There's so many different ways that you can use these. A wonderful array of colours, once again. I just imagine with Christmas coming up, for example, more than ever, you're probably wanting to add plenty of sparkle to your projects. These, of course, have got that beautiful brush nib to them as well, so you're going to get that beautiful flow, that beautiful coverage each and every time that you use them, and you're going to get 5 sets of 3, so 15 colours in total. Aquamarine, your amethyst and your fire garnet in your first set. You're also going to get your crystal clear starry sky and onyx black. These, by the way, are the newly repackaged, rejigged sets of your sparkle brushes. You're going to get your holly leaf and your smoke quartz and that beautiful harvest moon. Great little stocking fillers these as well, by the way, if you're looking to get some crafty gifts for Christmas. You've got your fig, your peacock blue and beautiful macaroon. And then lastly, aquamarine, pink garnet, and also your firefly included as well. £34.40 platinum, $44.80 to add a bit of sparkle into your life. And one other item that you might want to get your hands on, our amazing Centura Pearl collection. On the website, we have got lots of 3 for 2s on things like our cardstock, on things like our adhesives and our tools as well. This particular deal on the Centura Pearl is slightly better than those deals that you can see on the website. It's 100 sheets of our beautiful Centura Pearl with that amazing sheen, with that amazing shine. Great for all of your card projects. Great as well for things like your boxes. Super sturdy when you're going to be doing all of those construction projects as well. Talking about making envelopes, for example, as we were looking at that dome card a little bit earlier on, great for doing that as well. And you're getting a whole choice of colours within this collection. So 10 sheets in each of the colours, baby blue and baby pink. You've got the beautiful lilac in there. That mint green is absolutely stunning. Lavender, black. You've then got your ivory, your, what's that one? Oh, mink, your platinum, and lastly, your Christmas red. 100 sheets, should be £40, $69.90. Platinum price today is £20.74 or $36.34 if you're a platinum member, and of course double points as well. Right, get those baskets checked out. We are super busy for this brand new collection. We need to announce our winner in just a few moments' time of our first prize. So I'm going to head over to our winner's wall. Hopefully, touch wood, no gremlins here. You're going to check out your baskets and potentially have a look at a little video. Here we go, keep your fingers crossed.
It's our Sweet 16 and you're invited to join our blooming brilliant birthday celebrations.
It's a special birthday for Crafters Companion and we're absolutely fizzing with excitement. We can't wait to celebrate with you.
From the 11th to the 24th of October, we have got sensational new launches, amazing offers and delicious crafty surprises coming your way.
You're in for a real treat on Crafters TV when the party is in full swing with live fun and amazing crafty treats every day.
There's no need to RSVP, just visit the Crafters Companion website to find out more and get ready to celebrate our sweet 16th birthday.
With a whole range of Gemini machines, we have some awesome deals going.
What you guys like in the gallery, worrying that it wouldn't work? I had all the faith in you guys, all the faith. We've had one or two technical gremlins. The connection to Ireland has been a little bit shaky, but I tell you what, we are plying through and you guys are absolutely loving this show. You love that craft countdown and I tell you what, you're absolutely going crazy for the brand new Sharon Callis collection. If you have just joined us, we're going to have a recap with Sharon in just a few moments' time, who is with us live from Ireland. And we'll have a look through all of the boards and get some more demos as well. But well done if you've already grabbed the collection. Lots of you telling me that you have already. This set, says Jackie Evans, is like all of Sharon's collections, off the chart. I've got so many of her dies. I love them. And oops, I'm getting these too, says Jackie. Karen Miller on Facebook, the collection is in my basket. I'm just waiting to hit the buy button. We'll make sure you hit it sooner rather than later. And lots to chat about the other goodies on the show as well. Hannah saying the classic collection is a must-have. Love the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, outstanding quality. Pam saying Spectrum Noir, very, very best. Lots to chat about the sparkle pens as well. And Hannah Law saying good time to stock up on the beautiful Centura Pearl cardstock. It is. Our birthday event is the time to stock up on all of your core essentials, things like your tools. If you're starting from scratch and you're beginning that journey of card making, now is the time to pick up all of your core essentials and indeed potentially a machine as well, because it's our best deals on machines, which you'll see on the website. It's also a good time to comment with us too, because if you do comment during the shows, you stand a chance of winning a prize. And in this show, once again, we will have two winners. I have the name of our first winner already. It's a name I recognise. Congratulations. Thank you for your comment on Facebook too. Karen Wild, congratulations, Carol. Giving you a cheer in the gallery. George just went, woo! Karen, you have won. So let me draw you a cork out of our vase here. You're going to win a prize right now, and then also you're going to be through to the draw on Sunday to stand the chance of winning a Gemini Pro. Yeah, we're giving away a Pro on Sunday on our wrap-up show. You have got yourself cork number 67, Karen. So I'm going to write your name down on here. Karen Wild with an E. Cork number 67 is yours, and your prize is a double-sided die. Congratulations, that is going to be winging its way to you. You need to message us, prizes at crafterscompanion.com, and we'll get that prize sent out to you. Your cork number 67 has gone into our champagne bucket. You're a step closer to winning a Gemini Pro. How amazing would that be? And Karen, I'm going to put you up on our wall of fame. Number, what did I say? 60, what did I say? 67, that was it. 67, Karen. I find it really hard writing on the wall. I would never have made a very good teacher. Karen, very good, Georgina, the writing is on the wall. Karen Wild with an E. There we go. Congratulations, Karen. That prize is yours and you could be winning that Pro. We'll have one more winner just before the end of the show. So make sure you keep commenting. Ask any questions. Let us know if you've got any of the previous Sharon Callis collections and why you love Sharon's collections so much. And indeed, let us know what's in your shopping basket. I'm always a little bit nosy and like to know. Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, get commenting and you could be a prize winner. But if you have just joined us, I think now is a good time to recap on the collection, have a quick look back through the boards and then also get another demo from Sharon. So Sharon, for anyone who's just joined us, take us through your brand new collection and what we're going to get.
Okay, so this brand new collection is called Heartfelt Greetings, and in this you've got 4 sentiment die sets with matching stamps. So the first one that we have is Happy Birthday. With this you get the die, and if you see here, you've got your outline, your cut line here, which creates an aperture in your cardstock. So whether your cardstock is, 6 by 6, 8 by 8 long, you can move this die around and cut wherever you would like. Then you have matching stamps that fit over the designs, and these anchor the sentiment in the center. So first we have Happy Birthday. Next up we have Sending Blessings. With this you get your die with your sentiment, but you also get these beautiful butterfly stamps that can be used not only in the purposely shaped apertures, but use them to decorate the edges of the frames or the borders or your background pages as well. So that was Sending Blessings. The third one is Thinking of You. You get some gorgeous daffodils in this one, but not only that, you get this beautiful punched out stitched decorative edge. Use that, thread your ribbons through it, your cords, like I said, your baby ribbons, or ink through that to add extra dimension. And then the final one in the set is Thank You. You have a round die with this one, so it's so versatile. This, again, use it in the center of your card, but if you have any of the round nesting dies, you could create round cards, and that would sit absolutely gorgeous in that. We have our rose stamps as well, and in this you've got a little love heart as well. So that is the 4 main dies and stamps that you can get. So this is what you can actually create with them. So this is a stepper card we made a few minutes ago. So this is made with the Sending Blessings. Or how about the curved card? So this is the Thank You. As you can see, the beautiful roses on the front. We have the curve in it, which allows you the space behind. You could put little gifts in there, a little gift box even, your quilled flowers, your foam flowers, anything at all, and that's quite effective. Then we have a shaker card. How about this?
Love this one.
This is just using it flat and creating a gorgeous shaker card. But the sentiment here is just double cut. So we cut out the original, inked up the papers, but also ran the die back through some textured cardstock, nipped off the butterflies, and then overlaid the sentiment on the top again. So that adds more dimension. And as you can see here, the butterflies haven't even been coloured. They've just been stamped, and that's so effective with your coloured and inked backgrounds. And then finally then we have another domed card. This time it has acetate in it. So you could, again, fill the rear of this, but that's just a different colour, just to give you a very different look to the dark red. So colour your roses, your flowers, your butterflies, or even the daffodils, light, dark tones, mix it with your papers, and you'll get lots of different looks and different effects.
Brilliant. And I think, just seeing all of those different finished cards there, it really does give us an idea as to why this collection is so super versatile. $35.98 platinum price, $40.68 is your price on that if you're platinum. Double points. Last stock update, we were over a third of the stock gone, heading towards 40%. So grab this collection whilst you can. I think you're going to really, really enjoy using it, particularly as you've seen there, the versatility that you've got with it. So as we move on to our next demo, which one are you going to be looking at next, Sharon?
We're going to go with the Thinking of You, and we're going to make another curved card. So This is going to be a bit taller. The last curved card we made was a 6 by 6 card, but this is actually going to be taller. It's going to be a 6 by 7.
Okay.
So again, you just take some stamping card, rated card blank. So it's 6 by 7. Then we need to create another base for that. So you need another piece of blank cardstock, cut the same size, so that it fits perfectly over that.
Yes.
But you're going to need some pattern paper. And how gorgeous is this? The little daisy print. And I got that from the Sarah's Signature Farmhouse pad.
Oh, yes.
So that's the pad that I'm going to use for this collection. So you have the pattern pad and you have the solids as well. So that's what I'm going to be using. So like before, we're going to leave our card base and our mat. We're just going to put them to the side and we're going to concentrate on the die itself. So we have the thinking of you. So to create the curve, what we said before was that your piece of card has to be wider than your base card. And if you lay that over it, we keep the same height, but it's 1.25 inches this time wider on either side. So we're going to start by putting our die in the center of this. Now I'm going to use the grid lines on my mat and then kind of go by eye. So I'm putting that there, and this is our die. Now previously, and just a tip I had shown before, to make sure I had enough room top and bottom for my stamp, I would just lay them over it, just to make sure that when they were laid over it, you can see the way that they jut out the top. So just to make sure that I had enough room top and bottom for stamping. So that's perfect, because the last card was 6 inches high, and that would be the minimum height, I would say, for these. This is now 7, so we have a little bit more room on this. So I'm going to tape this in place, and then I'm going to run it through the Gemini. But we're going to do some different techniques with it this time. So what I'm going to do is I am not going to stamp directly onto this. This is what's going to be my base layer. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through the Gemini, and then I'll explain what I mean by my base layer.
Just whilst you're running it through, loads of you checked out your baskets during that last break, by the way. These are flying out of the door. Lackey saying, what a versatile collection. Bubble and Squeak, I love all 4 designs, but thinking of you and thank you with the roses stand out in more ways than one. They've fallen into Alison's basket as well. And Paulina saying, I've got the Flower Fairies, Succulents, Sentiment Stamps, Butterflies and Blooms, Vintage Lace Frames, and now I've ordered the Heartfelt Greetings. I think I must like Sharon's collections. I've got a feeling, that there's something about Sharon's collections that you absolutely like, and again, this for me is another absolute winner. You guys are loving this. Question come in as well from Diana, who says, should it always be a square card that we use these on, Sharon?
No, you can create panels. As I said, with the round thank you, you can put that on a round card. And if you wanted to have a curve on a round card, I would create my circle, I cut out a big circle.
Yeah.
But leave tabs on the side of it so that they bend around the back of the card. So while you could have a card, you could have the whole front of it could be round. So you could play around with them. And I mean, this one, the Thinking of You see the way that has it's the rounded off edges as well. So you could have your fold. I could cut that along here and along here and here and here and leave a tab that I could fold back. So this could just pop out on the front as well. So you can play around with them, but it certainly doesn't have to be square. It could be rectangle. It could be long, short, tall. You can really have fun with these.
Keep those questions coming in. If there's anything else you want to fire Sharon's way, please do. We've only got 40 minutes remaining, which I cannot believe. If you've missed any of the show, by the way, do what Lakieta did and save it. She says, I love this showcase by Sharon. Oh, I like that. The Sharon Showcase. I've saved this to my playlist to come back and craft along once I get my collection. Yeah, it's been a nice, relaxed sort of pace, this, isn't it? And definitely a show which you can come back to at another time and craft along virtually with our Sharon. But as I say, go to YouTube to do that. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and then once you've done that, you'll get a little ping when we go live, and then you can bookmark and playlist all of your favourite shows. And indeed, like this one, for example, you can come back and craft along later on with as well. I really like this Thinking of You die as well, Sharon, actually. I love the detailing around the outside. And you said that would be great for maybe, sort of doing a bit of threading through there as well, couldn't you, potentially?
Yes, yeah. Get your thread. It's quite wide, so apart from just thread, like a skein of embroidery thread.
Yeah.
It's quite thick, but that will actually go through it as well, and it Flows through it smoothly. Right, we're going to get inky.
Puppet show.
Puppet show. Okay. So normally at this point, would be where I would stamp in the decorative elements.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do things a little bit upside down and back to front, just to show you another couple of techniques. So with our center sentiment, I'm going to ink it this time. So I'm using the Spring Meadow and I'm using the Lemon Tonic. And like I said, it's not rocket science. I'm just going to daub it on right across. Because this is stamping card, it takes the ink really well. You know, you can go back over it with a different shading, or use your glitter pens, or even when you're done, I have glossy accents there, and I love to put the glossy accents over my stamped sentiment, but it just takes forever to dry. But if you have time to do that and to leave that sit, it's absolutely gorgeous when it's done. So for the little daisies,
yeah,
I'm going to just give them a little dab of yellow.
And just to say as well, Bubble Squeakies is saying, is the stamping card for alcohol-based and water-based, or just for one or the other?
The stamping card I would use with the alcohol-based products. There is watercolor cards that you can use, but you know, both of them you can use for this. So when you want to use your aqua products, use the watercolor card. For your alcohol, I'd use the stamping card. Right, so we're going to do something a little mad, okay?
Yeah.
So I have an A4 embossing folder. Now, if you had smaller and you wanted to do 2 passes, you could, but this is just for speed. I am going to emboss.
Okay.
So popping it in and running it through Gemini.
Just whilst you're running through, Terry H says, I need to get this set to must have. You need to get it because it's flying out the door. I'll tell you that much for nothing. Gemma just saying, Sharon, your knowledge is amazing. My notebook is out and I'm taking so many notes. Thank you, Sharon. And Carol Guy just saying, I'll have to save this. Such unusual cards and so pretty too. Plenty of love for this collection. And Pam says, will the dies fit a 5x7 card as well, Sharon, just whilst you're crafting?
If you want to stamp directly on the top or the bottom,
yeah,
you need to make sure you've got enough room.
Okay.
Right? So I would say a minimum 6 here.
Yeah.
Now, as long as it's a minimum 6 here, you can be 5 this way.
Got you.
Because the curve, you can just keep curving, you see? And look how much more that pops out.
Yeah.
I'm going to curve this to 5. So if it was a 5-inch card, that would be the curve you would get. 4-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch.
Yeah.
So, you know, but definitely for the height of it, minimum 6.
Okay.
Or if you want to cut it 5, you can then just stamp on a separate piece of card, fussy cut out, and just stick it over it so that it sticks over the top.
Just to say as well, a lot of people have been asking about your page, Sharon Callis Crafts on Facebook. I know that much.
It is. We have a group as well. It's Sharon Callis Creative Crew.
Oh, okay.
And there's links back to Crafters TV and all the shows, and then to the YouTube channel as well.
Yep.
So if they want to pop along there and find us as well.
And you're on Instagram as well, aren't you? I don't know why I did that. I always do Instagram.
Everywhere. Instagram. And now I'm talking on the tick, or ticking on the talk, isn't that what they call it?
Are you ticking on the talk as well?
Yes, I am. Very badly.
I've just about got the hang of Instagram, and I thought I was like the bee's knees, completely down with the kids, and then now all of a sudden everyone's like, no, it's all about TikTok. There you go, it shows how much I know. I'm miles away from being there, Sharon, so the fact that you're on it, I mean, you're light years ahead of me.
I'm there, but whether I'm working it is another thing. What's the thing? I understood the assignment.
What?
That's a phrase going around TikTok. Oh, anyway, we'll get back to the card. Because I haven't a clue about TikTok. I'm just very bad on it.
It makes two of us.
So what I need to do, we put this through the embossing folder. As you can see the detail on it there. And I'll tilt it, there we go. See it a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's fully embossed. So obviously I can't stamp here now because I've embossed it, but don't worry about that. But it's embossed the sentiment as well, so it's looking good. So I'm going to flip it over because I need to make my end tabs, you know, for folding this back.
Yeah.
So I'm just scoring it down the edges with my score master. And then I'm just going to, I don't want to press it down too much because I don't want to lose the embossed detail. So I'm just going to fold it back a bit. And then I'm going to fold it back a bit. And then we're going to decorate the front of it before I assemble the card. So we have the two blank areas here, but what I did was earlier, I stamped out the daffodils. And I just fussy cut around them with the scissors, left a border, coloured them in, and just added some foam pads. And these are going to go on the front of the card. I also cut 2 decorative strips. So I used the lime and I used the daffodil print paper as well, just to make a top and a bottom ribbon. So I'll put these on first before I put on the flowers. So I'll get my poker tool and take off the backing off of this. So I'm going to go not right to the end, so just where I've started the crease. Then bring it along. And then when I get to the end, I'm going to fold that back and I'm just going to snip off whatever is left over.
So many lovely comments still coming through, Sharon. You have hit the mark with this collection. I tell you what, beautiful dies and stamps. Sharon says, Sherry, such unique projects. Love the dome cards, says Sandra. And again, hopefully we'll get time to squeeze in another demo. I think it's safe to say, like, versatility is the key with this, isn't it, Sharon? There's so many things you can do with this collection.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably things I haven't thought of yet that you could do with it, and that's what I love about when these collections go out into the wild, because people message me and email me with images of, hey, you know, this is what I've done with it, or look what I discovered, you know. So it's I'm just giving you the base.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can just take it wherever you want to go. And it's like any collection. I mean, you have it, you've bought it, you've invested in it, so why not have fun with it? Why don't you see where it goes, mix it with other products, play around with it.
And also the thing to say as well, and I think your demos have demonstrated this really nicely today, is that this is a collection for everybody. Like, I know we've got loads of new people watching us during this event. This is a really nice collection to start off with as well, isn't it?
It is. You know, once you have the simple basics down, you know, like of your die cutting, of your inking, of your gluing, you know, you can take it anywhere that you need to go.
Yeah.
You know, you can... Even the material, I mean, I'm using stamping card here, but there's other materials you could use. You could just totally stamp and cut on heat-resistant acetate, make see-through cards as well. You know, there's just so much fun that you can do with it. I just wanted to show you the basis, but I'm looking forward to seeing where people take this and how they create with it.
Yeah. As always,
so
you know...
we're going to go to assembly now.
Okay, I was going to say...
I have my card blank.
Once you've got this collection...
I have the white card base and I have my pattern paper. So I'm just going to put the pattern paper down on that base card. And then I'm going to go and make sure I have it the right way. And again, I'm going to line it up on the back with where my hinge is, like that. Press that down. And then I'm going to bend that over. And then we're going to go the other side and let it naturally bend.
Yeah.
And wrap it around the card. And try and do it straight. Anyone who's doing a curved card will know the agony of alignment. Okay. So that's the front of the card done.
Perfect.
And then we're going to attach this to the base, and then we're going to add a bit of bling to the front.
We love a bit of bling, just like your blingy top, Sharon, which has had a lot of comments today.
Oh, yeah, well, it's part of. I'm celebrating too, though.
No, absolutely you are. I know. Well, you can tell just looking in your craft room there for people who have just joined us. So you can see the balloons and the party decorations up there. It's been a party for one in Sharon's craft room, but we're all celebrating with you now as well. We're all celebrating.
But did you know, Ben, that it's also 1 year since my first launch on Crafters TV?
I did know that, actually, and yes, let's give you a big round of applause. No, I did. Somebody mentioned it literally just before we came on air. I want to say, Sharon, that I was involved in that first show in the old studios.
You were. Yes.
Yeah.
You were.
That, a year ago. And how many collections since then? I mean, I've lost track. There's been so many.
5.
5?
4 or 5.
Yeah, something like that. Wow, a whole year. And many more to come, hopefully, Sharon.
Yes, hopefully. Well, we'll wait until I get over there, and then they might say, she was safer on the other side of the pond. Now, I'm just adding some of the flower fairies flowers to this. So this is just the rose, and it's a few diamonds, so you can, bling it up a bit, make it a little bit fun, as glam as you would like. And I just add a little bit of green just to blend them in. If it doesn't stick to me.
Is the plan eventually, once the things get back to normal, that you're going to get over to us here in the studios and do some shows? Is that in the near future?
No. So that is our Thinking of You domed card.
That's amazing. Really love that.
So you don't have to stop at your cutting. You can just add, embossing to it.
It's gorgeous, and again, do you know what I love most about that is the fact that you've got the versatility. I just love, and again, just showing you the dome cards that we've got here, I just love how that sentiment just hangs within the centre. I just think it's such a clever design, and depending on the colours that you use, the papers that you use, you can make these look so different. But the fact that you've got the kind of coordinating stamps to just stamp into the die cuts, I absolutely love, and some really fantastic sentiments. Thinking of you. This one here, a lot of you have been commenting on about as well. Sending blessings. How nice is that? A really very different sentiment to have in your collection. This is just joyful, and it's beautiful sort of diorama card. Your happy birthday. I love the balloons and the present. Just amazing. And again, one which you're going to be using all year round. But just to show you again, things like in your boxes as well, just popping a little bit of acetate behind there. Thinking of you, absolutely stunning. And even this card here, which was designed by Hayley, popping these inside your cards too, which I just think is such a cool way to be able to use these dies. There's literally oodles of ways to be able to use the dies that you've got in this collection. Go swiftly though, friends, because this collection is fast selling. We are over now 40% of the stock. £35.98, $40.68 is your platinum price. If you want to jump in and grab the collection, please do, but go swiftly because, as I say, it is flying. Something else which is absolutely flying out the door, which Sharon mentioned just a few moments ago, your glossy highlights back in stock. I want to say that last time this was here, it sold out like super duper quickly, and then everyone was like, oh, I didn't get my hands on it. Grab it now because it is on a 3 for 2 deal as well, which is amazing. Adding that beautiful sort of glossy layer to your cards, whether it be your flowers, whether it be things like adding that beautiful gloss highlight to things like your butterfly wings. This is absolutely perfect. You can also use it as like a sticky coating because you add your glitters into this as well, should you want to do that. But it is just amazing. I know so many of you have been using this. It's definitely worth grabbing on a 3 for 2 whilst we've still got it, so then you can stock up, literally maybe get 6 of these and grab it whilst you can. Do not miss out. £4.79, $5.56 platinum price. Grab it whilst you can. Now, talking of other collections, One of my favourite recent collections was Sharon's Flower Fairies collection, and we've got it on a great deal today. So this is a selection from the original collection. That's not easy to say. A selection from the original collection. And basically, it's 25% off. All right, so it should be $73.93, $93.65, $55.44 today if you're shopping with this in the UK, or $70.23. Look at the platinum price. You're going to get Rose here, and what I love about this most, I just think how great it would be to craft along, with your kids and grandkids with this collection, because you get the opportunity to stamp out this beautiful flower fairy. Do you know what I love about this as well, is if you decided that you just wanted to have her as a ballerina without all of the wings, you've got the ability to do that. You can make her as lavish, as over the top as you want to, but you've got all of the stamps there. If you just wanted to use this as the butterfly stamp, you could do, but however you use it, you've then got all of the dies then to be able to cut out all of the different pieces to then build up your own beautiful flower fairy. So that is Rose. Also in this collection, as far as your dies are concerned, you're going to get a collection of these super duper like quilling dies, because I just love, I always remember the first show that I did with Sharon, I was blown away about the design of these dies and how easy that they make it for you to be able to create your own flowers. This is the die, whether you want to use flower forming foam, whether you want to use the cardstock, it's entirely up to you, but you get the ability to be able to create this gorgeous aster with all of the foliage, very, very simply indeed. Such detailed dies as well. You've even got like the veins of the leaves running through there as well. You're also going to get the rose flower itself. So once again, the die there to be able to create this multi-layered dimensional rose with all of that foliage included too. And then on top of that, you've got your gorgeous orange jasmine. Again, so 3 different flowers that you can create within this collection. But wouldn't it be rather nice if you had the paper pads to go with this as well, to be able to create all of those beautiful colours? Yes, well, we've just done that for you too. So you've got the ability to grab this collection with all the different coloured pads in there as well. So you've got your rose there, double-sided, beautiful cardstock. And what I love about this as well, it gives you kind of like the hues, almost like an ombre effect on a lot of those colours as well. So adding even more realism when you're using this in conjunction with the flowers that you've got in this collection. That one there is your aster. And then last but by no means least is that gorgeous jasmine as well. I think it's brilliant that we've been able to pop these into the collection too, because I remember when these launched and when a lot of like the flowers that Sharon's launched in the past is always the card pads, the paper pads that tend to go quickly. So it's brilliant that we've been able to pop these into this collection. And again, just to kind of give you a bit of an idea how gorgeous this collection is, take a look at some of the things that you could be making. If you want to create that gorgeous fairy, you can do decorating with the gorgeous flowers there as well. It just makes it so simple. And as I say, I think if you've got kids and grandkids as well who love their fairies, love the flowers, this is an absolutely gorgeous collection that you can get working with, get crafting with them and really get the creative juices flowing. £44.35 or $56.18 if you're platinum. All of those dies to be able to create the flowers. You've got the Rose Flower Fairy stamp and die set. And then, as I say, you've also got your sheets of beautiful cardstock included in there too. $44.35, $56.18 platinum. Loads of comments still coming through. Lots of you loving all of the demos. Eleanor just saying, amazing cards, Sharon. I love all of your products. Keep up all the wonderful creative ideas. Valerie says the collection's in her cart. Lots of you saying that you're loving the fairies as well. And Sharon, I know you're going to show us how to make a beautiful flower, but lots of people congratulating you on your 1-year anniversary. So many congratulations.
Well, I owe to everybody who buys the products and who tunes in, and to everyone there. So it's thank you to you as well. Oh,
there's a lot of love in it. It's all getting totes emotional.
Oh, gosh, no. Right, go back to work. Oh, my God.
Let's have a look then. So are you going to make one of the flowers from the Flower Fairies collection?
Yeah, I'm going to make the rose.
Okay.
Since I've used it a lot here today, and since it's available in the collection. But I'll show you how to make the rose. But once you know how to make one flower, you'll be able to make any of the flowers.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept and method for the whole lot. So here I have the rose dye, I have the foliage dye, and I have what we call the calyx. So this is basically to cover all the workings at the back. So even if you mess up the flower, there's something to fix that.
Yes.
You just cover the back of it. That's it. That's your get out of jail free card. We also have the paper pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take green for the foliage. Just going to yank that out. And then we're going to do a rose. And I'm going to do an ombre rose. So we'll start by lining things up for cutting. Now, with the ombre, to get great value out of the page, put your rose to the side. Because if you cut that out here, you'll be able to put the dye there later on and you'll actually get two from the one sheet.
Yeah.
So to get value, so I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to tape it down to stop it moving, but I'll just do it at the top so that we can preserve the rest of this paper for later on. So I'm going to place that in my Gemini. But for the green, I'm just going to slip off a little bit. And then I'm going to put the two dyes down and just place that over. Going to run this through the Gemini now. And it'll go a bit quicker because I'm using small plates on the big Gemini. And then we're going to get out our stamping mat. So what I would recommend as well, if you do get these dyes, is pick up a set of the flower foam forming tools. Try to say that after 3 Mars bars.
I like the fact that you've got so many different colours as well in this in the paper pads. Lots of different colours, haven't you? So you can create all of your own different flowers.
You can, and generally the colours that I pick and use match up with paper pads that are in development or on, like that. The core colours tend the core colour pads and the Central Pearl and things like that, so that when you have these papers, when you create flowers with them, that when you use them on your projects, that they'll actually will blend in as well with your collections. Okay, so this is our die cut, and anybody who hasn't seen this concept before or who has seen a quilling die, you might be familiar with a quilling die strip that would look like that. So it's just a single strip. Well, you would have had to cut 2 of those and then put a line of tape in it, lay one over the other, try and line it up. And then when you quilled it, your alignment was all out of shape, the petals didn't line up, or it would crease and buckle. I've taken that steps out of this, so it's literally one cut, one fold, one roll. So when you cut this out then, you need to add a little bit of shape to your petals. You always quill your flower from the small petal to the largest. And when you do that, then that gives you a tight center and big petals on the end. Now, the second thing to remember is if you want your petals to curve, I'm just going to bring this card in. If you want, I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. If you want your petals to curve in like a cup, you have to start on the left-hand side with your shaping. If you are right-handed like myself. It'll become clear now in a minute. So you just add, not too much, just a little bit, because you don't pull the petals off, but you need to flip it over and then do the same down the left. And when you do that, when you fold this in half, I'll show you now. Right, we're going to use the perforated line, that's your fold line. Just give it a pinch at the top, and then work your way down, all the way to the end. Now, I don't need to put any glue in the center of this. The perforated line is what is joining your layers together. So you don't need any extra glue. So far, we're not using any glue, and we've only had to cut one strip. Now, when I go to quill this, I simply pop it on the quilling tool and I curve it towards me. And as you can see, when you do that, the petals curving towards you and form a cup.
So clever.
If you want the petals to fan out, you quill it the opposite direction.
I see. Do you need to have a quilling tool as well, or if you? I mean, I suppose you can just pick one up quite easily. If you don't have one, could you use? Tweezers.
Yeah, you can use those tweezers. The ones I'd actually recommend are those.
Okay.
You know, the ones that pinch like that.
Yeah.
Because you can grip it.
Like pterodactyl tweezers.
Yeah. So if you're using red line or tape, leave a gap at the top so they don't stick. Right, so I've just put the quilling tool on, give it 2 turns. I'm pinching my petals at the top just to aid the curving, the roll. And I'm going to add a little glue. Now, I don't need a lot, just a little bit down and centered down the end. Glue travels when you squeeze it, so as you're turning, the glue will travel down the paper. And then, here we go, we just quill it, turn it all the way to the end.
That's fab.
And then at the end, then we can add a little more glue.
Yeah.
And then we give it a pinch. And while we're holding it in place to dry, you can see that's our bud there now. The cups are closed in. But we work from the outside and we press down the petals if you want to have it a little more open, and just work your way around. Now you can see the alignment is already done there. So you're not worried about filling the gaps. But they are quite flexible, so you can move them left and right if you want. But you just work your way to the centre and just leave the centre bit on its own.
Yeah.
So that is our rose bloom.
Fantastic.
So when you take that off your quilling tool, you can see the back of it isn't that pretty. You can see all the workings. And that's not good if you want to add this to a flower crown or you wanted to make a buttonhole for a wedding. So that's why we have the calyx. So I'm just bending up and bending back the petals to form a kind of a cup. Adding a little bit of glue in there, up the sides of the petals, and I'm placing that down over.
Just to ask as well, Sharon, Lackietta just said, the quilling dies, do they cut thin fabric or felt? My daughter uses the foam to make the flowers for headbands, but I'm curious if they would cut fabric.
Yes. I've used them on fabric. What I've done though is I've sprayed a stabilizer on the fabric.
Oh yeah.
To stiffen it up so that it doesn't fray. And I have made flowers, for flower crowns or for home decor with that.
Yeah.
It will cut felt. I would recommend though that the felt you use is on the cheaper end of the scale, the more compact one rather than the wool that pulls apart. It's great for that as well. I've even cut soda cans.
Oh,
So
really?
Be very careful though, very careful because they're extremely sharp.
Yeah.
But for mixed media, anyone who does mixed media knows them with your alcohol inks that metals and foils are amazing. So you can do that with that as well. So I've cut acetate on it. I've cut the flower forming foam on it. It's absolutely brilliant and amazing on it as well. Faux leather and cork fabric.
Oh yeah.
Use cork fabric.
Wow. Okay. So plenty of different materials you can use then, basically.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Well, look, their crafter's companion dies at the end of the day, and we all know how well they cut.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And great to know as well. Just a few of you just sort of twigged to the ideas of these dyes. Brian just saying the flowers don't look as hard as I thought to make, and that is the genius about these, which Sharon has beautifully demonstrated, isn't it? It's again like the detail, the engineering of the dye makes it a lot easier for you to create these.
It does. It just takes out all the fat. That's why I came up with it. I mean, the original idea came for, I was doing a friend's wedding, 30 table centerpieces.
Wow.
And each one required about 50 flowers in it. It was like, one of those pomander balls.
Yeah.
And I was losing the will to live, so I came up with the idea, cut it electronically, and I said, I have to share this, and this is where the dyes came out of. So it was one cut, fold in half, roll it up. The kids were doing it. Slave labour.
Fantastic. I love it so much. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. Simple to do is the point. And again, the fact that you've got all of the different colours within the collection as well allows you to create, you know, different flowers for different occasions. You've got all of your greens in there as well to be able to create, you know, the foliage, the calyx there as well. So, I mean, seriously, what is not to love about this collection? You're going to get the 3 sheets of your paper. So you've got the jasmine included in there as well, and I love this. I mean, come on, seriously, how gorgeous is that sort of ombre effect that you've got in there? Absolutely stunning. And then you've got your greens included there too. Then you've got your rose collection, but again, you've got a whole host of different colours in here as well. Love the gradiating colour that you've got on each sheet, just to allow you to create some really, really beautiful flowers. And then you've got the aster there as well. So that is the paper as far as it is concerned, or your cardstock, I should say. On top of that, then you've got all of the dies to be able to create those flowers as well. So there is the rose. Again, all of the hard work is taken out of this for you. All of the hard work is done in this die for you right there. And you saw how easy it was. If you tried like traditional quilling before and you found it difficult, this is the answer. You've got your jasmine included in there as well, again with the foliage. And then you've also got the aster, again, nice and simple to do. I think it's one of these things that once you've done it once, a couple of times, you'll get the hang of this very, very quickly indeed, and you'll be making flowers like nobody's business. And whilst they do go perfectly with this collection, of course they would, because it is the Flower Fairies collection, isn't it nice to have a nice fast system as far as dies are concerned to be able to make flowers for all sorts of occasions? How many times do you want to like pop a little floral embellishment on a birthday card, an anniversary card, a congratulations card, a Valentine's card? It's such a nice system to have, and it's so simple to do. This is the last piece of the jigsaw, if you like, as far as your Flower Fairies are concerned, with that beautiful rose. So all of the stamps to be able to create that Flower Fairy character. If you want to leave her as like just a ballerina, you can do. If you just want to use the butterfly wings as a butterfly embellishment, you can do. But once again, as you see with a lot of our collections now, we give you the dies to be able to cut out all of those different pieces to be able to build up your 3D characters as well. And just to very quickly show you once again, give you a bit of an idea of some of the things that you can make. I mean, come on, surely you need to be jumping in and grabbing this collection today if you haven't already. Beautiful floral embellishments, you know, beautiful flower fairies as well. It is a thing of absolute beauty, is this collection, and I love it so much. You guys are loving it as well. Rosemary Fowler just saying the Flower Fairies selection is adorable. The paper rainbow ombre effect is beautiful. Great collection, Sharon. Thank you. Dragonfly Robertson on YouTube just saying, I love the rose. It looks so simple. I need to get some of these dies. Get them today whilst we've got them on this amazing collection. I love the style of Sharon's paper pad. The flowers come out so pretty and so real, says Eleanor. And Tricia says, Sharon makes it look so easy, but so effective. It is easy, it is effective, and honestly, as I say, once you've got these back and you've tried them for yourself, I reckon very, very swiftly indeed, you will be making it look easy as well. The brand new collection, though, is the one which is flying out the door. Well, the Flower Fairies are going. This brand new collection, the Heartfelt Greetings, 50% of the stock has gone. It has been an unbelievably busy show, and I can understand the reason why. It's such a versatile collection. You've got 4 absolutely fabulous sentiments in there. But the trick is with this is, again, the simplicity of it. Like, the die does all of the hard work for you. If you're a beginner, this is perfect because you've almost got like a creator card die, I suppose, really, which then will allow you to create your dome cards, which will then allow you to create your pop-out cards, your box lids as well. All sorts of different cards you can create with this wherever you are on your crafting journey. I also love, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I love how the sentiment floats within the middle of the die cut, and how with each and every one of these you've got space at either side of the sentiment to pop that stamp in. So the happy birthday's got the balloons and that present. You've got the beautiful butterflies with the sending blessings, the daffodils with the thinking of you, and of course then you've got the gorgeous roses as well, just framing that beautiful thank you. It's a wonderful collection. You guys are loving it for the fact that over half of the stock is now gone. Save £15 today or $17. Platinum members get another 20% off. What a buy this is. All all with double points. And don't forget, you're going to get that free £10 gift in there as well today for spending over £35, over $40. Let's have a final little look with Sharon then through some finished samples. And again, Sharon, for people who are perhaps sitting on the fence in the last 5 minutes, I mean, there's not many sitting on the fence. Most people have already jumped in and bought this, but why do we need this collection in our lives?
If you want a collection that's versatile and simple to use, this is the one for you. It has sentiments that will do you all year round. They are eternal. You'll always want to say thank you to someone. You'll send them blessings, let someone know you're thinking of them. You know, this is a capsule collection that you can use and mix and match with any paper pads in your collection, any embellishments as well. So it's so versatile. You really need something like this in your collection because once it's gone, it's gone.
Well, there you go. You absolutely do need to jump in and grab it then and get it whilst we've got it. Have you got some final finished samples we can just have a little look at again? So for people who've just joined us late, they can see the kind of things they can create with your collection.
Yeah, so really quickly, I'll just recap on the samples that we've made with the collection. So this is your basic dome card. Very simple. It's a 6x6 card. The overlay was an 8x6 piece of card. The die in the center, cut it out, stamp, colour, add it to your card, and then fill the center with your die cut flowers. You could add a gift to this yourself. You could add gift tags or gift wrap.
Yeah.
Second one then was another way of doing it. Larger dome in the card by using a wider piece of card, but don't just stamp. Use your embossing folders. Use your inks. Cut, stamp and layer up as toppers your stamps and dies. Why not make stepper cards?
Yeah.
Use it to cut out the aperture. Colour them in. Do overlays on the sentiment. Cut them out separately. Or why not make things like the shaper cards, box tops. You could make album covers, notebook covers with these as well. Or very simply, just use it as a topper on the front. Add a little bit of acetate to that. It's so simple, so effective. These are both different extremes of where you can take it, but you'll have so much fun once you get these home.
Absolutely you will, and so many of you will be receiving these very soon. Thank you, Sharon, says Kaz on YouTube, for the great demos. You have such a wonderful talent. We will wrap up with Sharon in just a second. I just need to let you know who's won our second prize during this show. Congratulations to Karen, who won earlier. Apparently you just popped out and then popped back in again and heard your name being read out, and you were over the moon. That is brilliant news. And hopefully, just as over the moon, winning our second prize from YouTube this time. Well done to Sandra Banfield. Congratulations, Sandra. You've won yourself a prize. Let me get you a cork out of our vase here. You are number 23. 2 and 3. 23. Takes me back to me bingo days. You've won yourself a 30-piece Everyday Sentiments collection. So, Sandra, I am popping down your name onto this cork. I'm going at lightning pace because we're nearly out of time. But there you go. Sandra, cork number 23 is into the champagne bucket to stand the chance of winning that pro. Claim the prize that you've just won by emailing us below. Details coming up for you here. Prizes at crafterscompanion.com. And you are number 23. I'm going to rush this one through. Sandra Banfield, well done. More chances for you all to win during Cartload later on. Sharon, thank you so much. May I just say, happy anniversary, first of all, for your first year anniversary with us. And thank you for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the last couple of hours.
I have. It was great, and thank you very much. And to everybody in the crew there as well. I'll see you soon.
Absolutely. We can't wait to see you for real here in the studio very soon. Sharon, thank you so much. Enjoy the party in your craft room. Woohoo!
Yeah. Disco starting in 10 minutes.
Big thank you to Sharon. I mean, absolutely brilliant. What another brilliant collection from Sharon Callis. If you haven't yet got your hands on it, make sure you grab it because I know people will continue to shop after the show and more is going to go. Such a versatile, different, unique, beautiful collection. All the words that you guys use to describe it. Thank you to Sharon. Thank you to you for watching. Hey, the day is not done. Our sweet 16th birthday continues in 2 hours' time with a 3-hour Tuesday Sarah Cartload. Woohoo!